Right, well, I apologise for that, ladies and gentlemen. I have expelled the interloper from my room. Uh, more less of a room and more of a creative space that I rent. Yes. So where were we? We were on to the number 7, and we were trying to find where we can put the number 7. And it would leave 3 places where the number 7 could go. However, they're not really helpful. So we'll move on to the number 8 now. So we've already got the number 8. So we'll move on to the number 9, and there are 3 places where the number 9 could go. We've already marked them down. So we'll move on to the 3rd box, and we'll start again at the 1. Now all the 1's done for us. Then of course there's the number 2. No progress to report there on the number 2 front. And the number 3, the number 3 has indeed been done for us again. Go on to the 4, and we see 4 is in its place. Well done, number 4. On to the number 5. Oh, now this is where things get interesting. See, the number 5 hasn't been done for us, and there are only 3 squares where it could go. Which should be progress, but unfortunately I don't know. I don't know which one it would go in. So we'll move on swiftly to the number 6. We've already put down number 6. That was us, I believe. Yes, it was. So well done, us, team. Go. On to the number 7. So we're in the same scenario with the number 7, where it could go in any of 3 places, but that wouldn't help us, as you see there. So I'll move on to the number 8. The number 8 has graciously been done for us again. So the number 9 is also done. So I'll move on to the number 1 now. On the 4th square. And that has been done, as you see there. That's the little well, we can denote the difference between the boxes and the numbers is because the boxes are sort of square shaped, and the numbers are they're Roman numeral. Well, not they're Roman numeral, but certainly Romanized. They're in the not box thing. The circle. Yes, they're in circles. So move on to the number 2, and I don't know where the number 2 could go. It could go here, or here, or here, or here. So as you see, that's not very helpful to us. So we'll move on to the. I do apologise, ladies and gentlemen. I realise I've been going rather faster than usual. I should slow down so you all have a moment to catch up. I realise the lack of visual aids may not be conducive to the viewing experience, but trust me, I'll figure something out. So, to just catch you up to speed, in the box we're working on right now, there is the number 6, the number 9, and the number 1. And now the number 6 is in the 4th position. The number 1 is in the 6th position, and the number 9 is in the 8th position. In this the 4th square. So I don't know where the 3. Wait, ladies and gentlemen, we have another instance where we can pencil something in. So we've got a 3 on top of this box, above the box we're currently working on. There is a 3 on the far left. In the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, in the 7th position of the first square, which means the first and the 7th rows boxes have been ruled out for where 3 could go. Because I do believe I've explained the rules of Sid'oh'cu before. Some home may impose other challenges as well, such as if one of your numbers faints, so you have to start over again. But I believe that's just a little too much challenge or excitement for me at the moment. We've already moved on to something this, which is rather high energy, as you can tell by the pitch and the speed of my talk on my speech. So we'll move on to the number 4, and the number 4. There is only one place where the number 4 could go, so we'll put that in there. It's in the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in the 5th position of this 9 square grid. So we'll put it in. Now, see what I've done there is I've penciled in the 4 rather than done it in bold and in its largest position in the square itself. So what we'll do is we'll press this handy dandy. Well, it's sort of like a tree that has been shaved. Like 70% of the tree has been shaved. So only well, it's more of a spruce. So 70% of this spruce tree has been shaved, with the last 30% remaining at the top. So we have what could be described as an arrow, and then someone has melted the tree with its roots still in place. So it's kind of bending over backwards. Well, they don't really have spines, so I can't say which direction it's bending. We'll say east, west. We'll say west, as it's fallen over. Now, this sideways bent 30% of a tree actually lets me go back a move. So I'll press that now. And a volley, I have removed the penciled in number 4. Well, I've done it again, I'm afraid. Well, whilst I get rid of that, I'll tell you, now, pencils and trees are actually quite closely interlinked, you see. For various reasons. Oh, I see what I've done there. I've taken off the pencil. See, pencils and trees are very similar in several ways. So we'll move on to the number 5 here. I don't know whether number 5 could go, so we'll go on. Do we miss the number 3? No. So we'll move on to the number 6, and I see the number 6 has been put in there. On to the number 7. There are only 2 places where the number 7 could go. So what I'll do is I'll select the pencil again. Oh, I've double pressed it again. So if I see these are sort of toggleable buttons, if you understand. They're not momentary. So when I press the pencil icon like that, it lights up and it stays lit up, telling me I've made that selection. It's going to stay like that. And if I press it again, that light goes away, which indicates I am not currently trying to pencil something in. So what I'll do is I'll press it one more time. So I've now penciled it, so there are only 2 places where it could go, and we'll put it in the 7th slot and the 9th slot. There we go. And on to the 8th. And when I say the 8th, I mean the number 8, although it would be the 8th in line. So there are only 2 places where this 8 could go. So what we're going to do is select that pencil button. Oh, no. You see, what I've done there is a classic mistake, which you may be familiar with if you're new to Sid'oh'cu, where you've pressed the pencil in button too many times, and now you've deselected the pencil. So what I'd suggest doing now is pressing this sort of pencil thing. Well, it doesn't really look like a pencil, but I understand in a vague sort of way how it could be construed as a pencil. It's got something that could be construed as rubber. So I'll press that, and I'll pencil in, if you see my meaning, the number 8 in the 3rd and the 9th position. Now, I do want to stress that in the 9th position, I'm not putting the number 9, because the number 9 is in the 8th position. And that was not penciled in, that was not me, that was by the game. So we'll move on to the number 9. Oh, it appears the number 9 has been done for us by the game. So we'll move on to the 5th square. And oh my! So we have 2 different positions where the number 1 could go. So silly Billy, I've pressed the pencil button again. So we'll put that back on. Like I say, it's not a momentary switch. It's more of a toggle. So there is a 1 in as you remember, there was a 1 over on the 4th square in the 6th position of the 4th square, and that tells us that a 1 can't go in the 4th or 5th position. So we know that's where it can't go. Now, below this 5th grid, there is the 8th. Yes, the 8th square. There is a 1 in the 1st position. That's quite fitting actually. There's a 1 in the 1st position, which tells us that the 1st, the 4th, and 7th positions in this 5th square, we cannot put a 1. So this leads only 1. Well, I should note that actually, whilst not, I've penciled it. Oh, one moment. Let's use the melted tree to get that 1 back in place. As I was saying, in the 6th square, or the 6th grid, I should say, we already have a 1. Which was not done by the game. That was in fact done by us. Now we've already ruled out the one that it covers, so it wasn't actually helpful to point that out, but I feel I should. So we'll pencil in a 1 in the 8th and the 9th positions. So there's the 9th and there's the 8th. So we'll move on to the 6th grid, and we're starting off hopefully with the number 1. Now the number 1, as I previously said, was in we've put in the 1 previously. So we'll go on to the number 2. Now the number 2, I don't know where the number 2 would go. So we'll go on to the number 3. Would you look at that? We missed the number 3 in the 4th square grid. Oh well, can't be helped. So we'll move on to so you see, we know the 3 can only go in one of 2 places in this the 6th grid. So what I'll do is I won't. I feel you understand the game well enough. I don't have to tell you the positions of where the 3 cannot go. So I'll just put in these pencil mark 3s, and there's one of them. There's 2 of them. It's a pity there aren't 3 of them. Otherwise, it could be 3 and 3. So how about we go on to the number 4? Oh, the number 4 is already done. So we'll go on to the number 6. Now the number 6. That's also been done for us. So the number 7th could go in one of 3 places. So we'll place these, and I mark these in because they're all in a line. Now normally, if there were 3 different positions where a number 7 would go, I wouldn't bother penciling them in because it wouldn't actually tell me anything later down in the line. However, because they're all in one line, I'm going to pencil them in. So there's 1, 2, and 3. So we'll move on to the number 8. And the number 8, ladies and gentlemen, we can boldly, confidently put in the number 8 in the very central position of this, the 6th grid. So I'll just place that in, which means there are only now 2 places where that 7 could go. The number 9 is next, as I'm sure you may be aware. Lightning has struck twice, and I know where the number 9 will go in this one, because there is a number 9 in the grid to the top, above the grid we're currently working on, and there's a number 9 not in the grid 1 to the side, but 2 to the side, at the very bottom, so we know, well that tells us enough already. But however, there is a third 9 below it, which doesn't actually factor into anything, but I feel I should